Good morning. I promised your branch leaders that I was going to be short this morning, and I intend to keep my promise, and I'm sure you'd be happy with that as well. Hopefully, I have a big smile on my face and am flying back, or on my way out to Minnesota to make a great presentation for this company. It's an opportunity that would bring about 200 additional pieces of business to our company, and so just want to let you know that we're still always working on trying to grow and improve behind the scenes. Just wanted to announce that the reason we're keeping it short this month is that our training is going to be available, our renewal training. It will be posted on the Century 21 back office for the branch leaders, and that will be available next Monday. And each office will have their own schedule about bringing you into the office so that you can do the training there in the office. There are new modules this year. They're different and they're better. They're the same in many ways, but it's good to go through it. And none of us, there's so many rules and regulations in this stuff that it is good for us to have a chance to go through it again. As far as what we're doing as a company this year, you're not going to see a lot of differences from BizDev this year. We're kind of locked into a formula that we think is working. We know we've got the right people. We know that we're doing some of the right activities, and we just think that we need to hone in and just take it up a notch and get a little bit better. We're recognized as the elite category in the country at Platinum, but it's a step further from that. We're now talking about moving up to being the best of the best, and the difference is in the details for that. So you won't see a lot of changes from us. One of the changes that you won't see is you won't see any increase in fees. It's the same price. It's $240 to renew. That will be due on March 1st, and you'll have taken your certification training in order to do that. We have lots of certifications that are due this year. BizDev pays for all of that. What are we going to be focusing on? This should not sound different in any way to you. I hope that it does not. But hopefully your branch leaders can talk a little bit about the coaching that we're doing with them and the coaching that they'd like to do with you. And the coaching keeps it very, very simple. And all of this should sound familiar. I hope it does. It starts with conversion. We've gotten a little more scientific. We've got a little better at looking at our data, and we can now really split it out between buying and selling sides. We've noticed overall as a company, we're doing much better on the buying side than we are on the selling side. And that would be expected, but we believe there's room to grow on the selling side. Your buyer side's always going to be a higher conversion, but there's a significant, we're behind the average on the selling side. That could be a number of things. That could be my team not getting it out fast enough to you. That could be some delay between it coming to the office and getting it to you. That could be some delay between you getting it and calling that seller. That's the key, most important thing that happens right there. We have to get in touch with that seller immediately. Selling opportunities are almost always competitive, and we could have the best and the most aggressive and the most perfect presentation, but if we're second in line to make that presentation, we may not get the opportunity to make it. So there's a focus there. There's a focus at helping and training at what is our presentation, what are we doing, what do we need to get better at. It's a team effort, so we're going to focus on that. We're going to get better at it. As far as honoring the source, we're going to continue to ask you to do that. We have companies that are very supportive of us, and we want to be very supportive of them. When we talk about honoring the source, we're talking about being good partners and good supporters in our mortgage relationships and in our title relationships. And so we're looking at that and trying to make sure that we do a good job there. Quality service-wise, you're not going to see anything new. It's still a tremendous focus. We're still looking at our NFCU and our USAA returns, and we want to measure that really closely. Remember that we're held to a 95% excellent rating. What does that mean? That means that every time that we get one bad survey, and it's not a poor survey, it's a survey that just says, they were good. Every time we get one of those surveys, we need 19 others that are excellent, just to make the mark, not to exceed it, but just to make it. That's a tough standard. And the only way we're going to hit it is by getting as many returns as possible. ever there's somebody who thinks we did a good job, we have to get that return from them. We're going to help you with that. We did that project at the end of the year where we sent an email to anybody who hadn't returned it. We copied you. We asked you to be involved. We figured out a lot from doing that, and that project was very successful for us. We're going to do it once a quarter. So it's really possible that you could get a 100% return rate on your surveys, because you're going to know who returned it and who didn't. And I know that you never used to know that. It took us a long time to figure out how to figure that out, but we've gotten there, and we're going to help you with it. Our Friends and Family program, we're doing a great job. We increase steadily every year. This is the time for us to move it up a whole notch. We have a program. We've got some marketing materials. We probably need to add a few more. But we all need to bring our game up. And the reason why we got to bring our game up is because you deserve to be getting a check and not writing one. And I'm just not comfortable with that. I don't want it to continue happening. You work too hard. You should be making money on this program. We need everybody to step their game up, from my group to all the way through. We're going to. And same thing on our agent-generated referrals, and that's our last of our key measurements. And probably one we haven't focused as much on before, and we will be focusing a little bit harder on it this year. Why? Well, we're now the #1 NFCU account in the entire country, and we're the #2 USAA account in the entire country. And you get lots of eyeballs when that happens. It's a good thing to have all that business, but it comes with requirements, and they're looking at us to be good partners and to make sure that when we're talking to one of their customers, we put them back into the program through the agent-generated referral program. So those are our key measurements, the things that we're going to be doing. We've got training coming. Last but not least, I want to give you a little pre-announcement. Now is the time of year to focus on your friends and family and your AGRs. You know, you're getting into the summer. We'll be giving you a higher lead distribution at that point because we'll have more leads. You'll have your own leads that you're working. Summer's a busy time. You've got vacations. You've got all kinds of things that go on. Now is the time to really build your friends and family and your AGR program. What's your marketing look like? When are you going to send it? How are you going to do that? Speak to it. Get really comfortable with it. Get it going. Do it now. Do it today. Now is the time to build this. Once we get in the middle of the summer, all good intentions, but man, your hair's on fire and it's just not going to happen. You got to do it now. So in order to incent you with that, Vanessa and Candace are working on a great contest. I think you're really going to like it. It's very, very simple. I'll let them send you the contest. I'm not going to put the whole thing out there. I will give you the, if you want to cheat and get ahead of it, it's settlements. And it's the first half of the year. So we're looking for settled friends and family, settled AGRs. That's going to get you into a raffle to win a significant prize that I think everybody's going to like. We will be delivering visuals, things to help you with the offices. And again, it's a team thing, and it helps us, and we want it to happen, and we need it to happen, but it also really helps you. It's money that can be made, and we want you to make it. So thank you. I hope I kept my time relatively short, and have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.